Hey boys, real quick, if you guys want coaching from me, join my Discord with the link below and send me a DM. I'll get you a form, you'll fill it out, schedule a time, and let's get you climbing. Enjoy the video. Alright, do I have your permission to record and post this on the internet?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by BGB, who is on his second coaching session. He had one with me last week when he was in silver. Now he is in gold after 1 week with my coaching and playing the game. We are joined with him today. He's playing Vayne into Riven. Say hello, brother.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right. So in this session, we'll be doing a live spectate where I'm watching him try to apply everything I've discussed, everything I always discuss, the 4 pillars to League, mechanics, zone of influence, wave management, and decision making. He's learned all that stuff already. Let's see how well he has applied it in 1 week, and let's jump into the action.
I'm like
But
tempted to go into this bush here.
I
Should
would
I
avoid.
just,
No, I would avoid it. No, don't go in there.
even if I tumble and then run back?
No, you're gonna get
Maybe
demolished.
he's like right here.
You're gonna lose.
Okay.
Trust me. Just
Okay.
stay in this bush and then play slow and don't go for that risk against Riven.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. I'm not gonna be. I'll try not to be too intrusive. I'll
Oh
throw in
wait,
some
Ruin
tips then
Smith.
and
What the
there.
heck's going on here?
Okay. Then Echo matchup is
Uh,
fine. See, even I'm
Karma?
telling you. See, I told you before. Rivens hate this matchup for some reason. Like even Viper. But good luck. All right. Very nice.
Oh.
Ooh, did you attack from the bush? What the? Okay, this matchup is a lot easier than Ribbon. No questions asked. But there's a good chance that Lee Sin is behind you on red buff and Krugs. Just keep that in mind. Ooh.
Oh shoot.
Pop your potion, brother.
Yep.
You're getting ganked right now? Ooh. Damn. So he was, in fact, behind us. Grab a refill potion and head back to lane. Tumble.
Oops. What the heck was that?
It's all good. Alright, so when you get to lane, land your last hits, and we're going to build up a 2-wave crash back. No, we're probably going to build a 3-wave crash back. It's going to be non-cannon, cannon, non-cannon. Which is fine. Yep, last hit. I'm not sure if to prepare that one beige minion in the back. I'm not sure. I think it should be able to tank a tower. Yeah, should be good here. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. So yeah, just last hit here. You can take this opportunity to ward if you want. Somewhere in a shallow river. Land this last hit. Pop a quick little trinket. Next wave's a cannon. Decent mid. So yeah, you can start shoving this wave with just autos if you want. Don't use Q. I would reposition to. You can fight him probably. You're level 4. Go for it, brother. Pop your potion. Alright, that was a trade. It was not a worth trade.
Oh, wasn't worth.
Yeah, it was
No,
not.
oh yeah, because I'm pushing.
Yeah. Grab items.
You know what happened is I accidentally
Pink ward.
switched my
Grab a pink, grab a pink. Yeah. Perfect.
I switched my flash.
Oh shit, okay. As you should swing by the yeah, you
Yeah.
know, yeah. You got the coaching. He's got the coaching, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Pop the pink, come to lane, and let the wave slowly push back. If you're confident, you can push 24/7, but I don't think that's a good idea considering it seems like Kazak's playing bot side. So I'd let it slowly bounce back here. And you can get ganked here, so try to avoid playing aggressive here. You want the wave to push towards you, and just catch this wave, chill vibes. Let him 2-wave crash into you, use the pink ward to stay alive, and you're vibing. Okay. Avoid taking a trade here. Don't let him E onto you. Just last hit that, yep. Perfect, back up. Beautiful. Lee Sin's bot lane. Yep. You can half protect the pink ward if you want. That's up to you. Or you can just sack it, ping the ward for 5 gold, and call it a day. Ooh. Yeah. Just last it. Just get this wave. Yep. Let it crash. No need to hold. So right here, you are getting out sustained. The only way you win is if you do like a massive outplay if he tries to go for something underneath your turrets.
Okay.
Yeah, but right here, if you can clear this without dying, base. Ooh.
I'm trying to move. Ah, I got stuck.
Damn. Alright, grab items.
Actually,
And head back to lane. We will screw the pink ward here because it seems like we're a little bit behind. So let's just so hold on to our gold a little bit. Alright, go quickly pop a ward somewhere in the river, and then we're gonna shove the wave. Yep, just a quick little ward, nothing crazy. Perfect, shove the wave, the 2-wave, 2 non-cannon wave crash right here. And right here you have 2 options. You can ego the echo underneath his turret while being down, or go back for Krugs. Your call. What you want to do here. Not bad. And you do have Ghost, so you can outplay the Lee Sin if he does come. The big thing you have to watch out for is if he W behind you, and then he kicks you. So that means you have to go invisible as he's flying in midair with his W. So you can dodge the kick. But if you dodge the kick, remember, he still has it.
Yep.
Keep that in mind. So it looks like you're egoing here, which is fine. You do have Ghost, Flash in 20. You have a refill potion if things get a little nasty. Lee Sin's here. No need to ego anything, just let him push. Some weird stuff's happening. You want to like half hover, kinda, but then you want to catch the wave at the same time. It's like that weird in between. So yeah, you're holding a freeze here. That's good. Perfect. Okay. Start shaving the wave a little bit because you do have a freeze here. Yep, shave a bit more. Try to save mana while shaving. Go help maybe. I'd kill one more, yeah, and then go help. What can you do here? He's dead. Is there anything here? Yep, you pop Ghost. Ah, damn. Alright, grab items. And we will come back to lane. Hopefully, they'll push it out, unfortunately. Sag. But it was still frozen that entire time. Alright, so let
Maybe I
me.
should just farm them instead of going.
Yeah, that is an option. The other option is to ego and go for that fight with your ghost, but you have to play it very well, and you have to depend on Malzahar to press ult on someone.
Hmm. Because I dodged the Q from Lee Sin and the Echo, but then I got hit by the rhythm.
Yeah.
I don't have a Saskio brain.
Alright, so Echo's based, you can hard shove here and take one plate. You don't have to check the bushes to find out whether he's in there or not. Just stay away from it. Get ready to dodge W, but he's clearly gone. So, yeah. You see Lee Sin mid, you don't have to ward right now. Try to quickly grab the plating and then slip away and then ward deep in the river. Yeah, so grab plate and then go ward once you get the plate. Yeah, get out of here. Ward. Somewhere deep, maybe they're blue and Gromp, maybe the Scuttle Crab area. Your choice. And then break that on the way back and pick up like a couple. Yep. Break this, break the plant over the wall too. Yep. And then head back to lane and then avoid Echo. Just go through your tri-bush. Yep. Catch wave. And then on the bounce back, we'll have vision now, and Echo doesn't have a fruit plant. Avoid fighting here. Avoid it. Very bad.
Okay.
That's fine. The tower will not drop. Oh, okay, just back up. Take the L.
Baited me, yeah.
No, that's bad.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna engage on you right now. Alright, I think you just have to take the L here. And base. Because he will simply just E onto you, throw his Q, and then ult back. And very potentially kill you. Alright, let's see if Kha'Zix can make him ult back. Which allows it to
I
kill
was
him.
hoping
Pop your
for it.
potion. Perfect. Finish him off. Push the wave. Beautiful. Looks like we will get a bit of cash into our pockets. Yep, keep going. Go, 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 go. Echo is up in 13 seconds. Walk up to the next wave. And then kill the minions. Don't touch the turret. Focus on the minions. Ooh, don't tank. And then run after you kill all the minions. And then find a way to base. Alright, run. Ooh. Ah, where'd you seen that one? Where'd you seen that base before, huh? A Saskio YouTube video?
Oh yeah, Saskio YouTube
Alright,
for
let's
the
get
win.
some items and let's
Should I
wait.
wait?
Yeah, let's wait. Echo's gonna push, you're gonna go catch top, and then we will probably catch the next wave too when Echo rotates mid, and then just push for top. So we're gonna sacrifice our team here to grab top turret if this play does happen. And it looks like it will. I think he's rotating right now. But while you're clearing this wave right now, okay, no, you're fine. You don't have to think about anything. He's going mid. Ping them. Tell them to leave. Now start clearing the wave. Yeah. Right now, if you don't see Echo, let's say you didn't have that ward, right? You need to assume he's about to jump on you, so you need to reposition in a way where you can dodge his W.
Yeah, like right here. Okay.
Yeah, and then you have to like alt Q like directly towards him or something, right? When he jumps on you. Okay, after this, he's gonna be here. You can farm red or you can ego him. Your call. because you have double
I wanna,
subs.
I wanna fight him.
You gonna ego? Sure. Shen does have ultimate. Not sure. I'm not sure if you'll use it, but okay. Pop your potion when you take damage, and then chase him, and then flash over the wall when he E's over it. Oh, you dead.
Shoot.
Unluck.
Ah,
It was actually not bad though. I'll actually give you a little bit of props.
dang it.
All right, grab dagger. But those are the type of plays that students don't do. As I said from day one, the first time I coached you, right? I said
Mhm.
you already had something that I can't teach people, which is you wanted to try to kill people. You wanted to win, right? And it showed right there, right? That you wanted to ego him and actually go for that. So that was good. Maybe it could have been played a little bit better, sure.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you even tried for that is what I really liked. And it made sense, right? That play. You have double sums, you got refill potion, you got Bork, right?
Mhm.
Just unlucky that Lee Sin was topside. Obviously, you can easily know because he's not showing on any bottom vision, but
Mhm.
we go for it. We go for it. Sometimes you gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Alright, keep pushing.
So I think Lee Sin's coming up top. The same with Karma. Yep. They're all there.
You want to start hovering towards them a little bit while clearing this wave. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Just fuck them. Just push top. Okay. I don't think there's anything here. You can maybe like ward and then go back top. Yep. Yeah. Don't use your other ward on the tri bush. It's not worth it. Just let the wave come in. You need the ward if in case you get into a fight with someone.
I'll wait till he kind of goes away a little bit.
Catch wave. You need to assume Echo is coming up from that bush right now, so be ready to like do some weird jukes if you see a W fly up towards you. And I would just keep going and ego again if you run into another fight. You have to dodge the W. Okay, he's mid. You're good. Keep going top. We're gonna farm our way back into this game. Land your CS. Yep. Just ignore everything that's happening mid and just keep going.
Okay.
Yep. Keep going. Keep going, baby.
Should I do a quick order? Never mind.
No. Just kill the minions, wave. Minion wave first. Yep. Sometimes it's tower first, but it just depends on the situation. In this case, you just go minions first. You can ward the enemy tri-bush right now as you're clearing this tower.
This one?
Yeah, you don't have to do it anymore. It's fine. Keep going. And add base here. Yep. Grab items towards Rageblade. Head towards Krug. Farm Krugs. Actually, ping that you're going bot. My bad. Yeah, say that you're going bot. Yeah, go. Go bot. Even though if MF pushes another lane, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Just go bot.
Mhm.
The reason why is because we want to go opposite side objective.
Right. I just watched one of your videos like that.
Beautiful. Everything I do in those educational videos, I preach, say, and do, and I'm putting it right onto you right now. You can rotate if you want, or just keep YOLO pushing bot. Either or is fine. I just keep YOLO pushing then. Yeah. Alright, and keep going. And yeah, just keep going. Fuck it. So right here, you push the wave past the halfway point. You have two options: rotate or push. I don't think rotating will do anything, so we continue pushing. I would highly advise you farm Krugs after this to let the map develop itself a bit more, because it seems like a lot of dudes are running down to you right now.
Yeah.
Or you can just even run. That also works too.
Yeah. They're right there.
Yeah, and then I would like try to go into the tri bush and check for a pink, and run if you see Karma. You can even yellow ward this if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking about warding.
Yep, and then just go back bot lane, and then go catch the wave that Echo's about to push right now. Walk up. You're good. Walk up. You don't.
I was gonna
walk
up on it.
Yeah. Because right now you see, I'm pretty sure you saw 3. You saw 1 top. No, you saw 3 mid. So you can only die to 2 people, which is Echo and Lee Sin, which you can easily outplay. You can base now, or you can ego right here, because they can be there.
Okay. Let's just try it out.
Sure.
Let's go for it.
You're getting
A
plateaued by
Riven.
Riven. Your
Yep, I
call if you
see.
want to keep egoing or you want to take a step back.
I do want to try fighting him.
Okay, good luck. Pop your refill potion and take damage. Good luck. Refill, and fight. Ah, nice try.
Oh,
Again,
shoot.
I respect the ego. I love it. This is the type of things that you want to be doing. Obviously, if it was me, I'll do better, right? And not actually kill one or two.
Yeah.
But this is what you're striving for. Not to int, obviously, but to actually kill one, ideally two. But yeah, grab pickaxe, grab amplifying tome by selling your refill potion.
Yeah, his flash threw me off guard.
Yeah.
I was trying to condemn him into this wall here, and then he just flashed behind me.
Yeah, he got you. And yeah, and when I do the VOD review, I'll talk about that egoing portion right there on how I would have played it at least.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, this is better. I mean, even though I'm more nervous playing, I can really it amplifies my mistakes, so then I can learn more from it.
Yes, sir. Watch out from the bush. There's a small chance she might still be in the bush. You want to take a step away from it? Yeah, then go on. Very small chance. A little advice that I don't really coach is whenever you're walking randomly inside lane, you want to stay away from the bushes.
Right.
Right, keep going. If you get into a fight here, ego it. You have no sums. You have to do some crazy outplays, which is it's a fair thing to ask for you to outplay.
But that's what's fun about Vayne though. Those outplay moments. That's why I love this champion.
So right now, I'm pretty sure you saw 2 mid. So who's gonna kill you? Echo and Tristana and Karma. But then if they kill you, you get Baron. Okay, so you see 2 mid right now. Three mid. So only Tristana and Karma can kill you. So you can push this for free. Echo's still mid. Riven's coming down for you right now. So you should ward over the wall right now. Right now. Okay. Yeah, just
right here.
Yeah, somewhere there. No, that's a terrible ward.
I was just like, wait, right here?
No, okay. All right, so Tristana. I don't know why the hell Tristana's here. Go push bot wave. Pull her back down again. You still see Riven Echo mid. So stay away from the wall.
Yep.
As you clear these minions, Tristana's gonna jump. I'd back up right now actually and go do Krugs. Okay. Sure.
Still see me? Oh, nice. Oh, I missed it.
Okay, it worked, but you're griefing.
Yeah, that was so bad. I'm sorry.
Keep pushing water Krugs. No, why are you wasting? You're good. You have more than 1 HP. Don't die to this guy, obviously. Farm Krugs.
I mean, Riven's right here too, though.
Okay, just face. Yeah. I would still stay and try to maximize my pressure somehow, but this is fine if you want to base.
So in that moment, he jumped over here. Should I just have autoed him? Because I couldn't condemn him to anything.
You should have grabbed another longsword, but it's fine. The issue with a lot of players I coach is you guys condemn for no reason. So admittedly, you condemn for no reason. Like against Tristana right there, all you have to do is just auto him. You didn't have to reposition. Focused on this. Perfect. Do dragon, then start pushing bot. If you want, you can go to Baron with them because they're gonna Baron right after, but that's up to you. I would go bot lane. Just go straight bot. Yeah. Go straight bot. Start pressuring. Tristana's gonna react to you. She's gonna sack the Baron. If your team doesn't do Baron, that's fine too. Not a big deal. So yeah, when it comes to condemning, don't just use it for fun. Use it with intent. Your intent could be to try to get into a wall, but your ass ain't get into a wall. That's not happening.
Yeah.
She was 2 in the open. Just auto her. Because when you condemn, you lose damage, technically. You lose like 2 autos. 2 to 3 autos that could have been outputted. But instead, you stand there condemning. Run away after? Unless you want to ego? No, you can't ego 2 people. Or you can, but not right now. The reason right now it's bad to ego is because if you die, nothing can happen. No, it has nothing to do with summoners. Your team can't do anything. If your team is on Baron right now, sure, fight them 1v3. Sure, right? So yeah, push bot right now because they're all running to Baron right now. They feel the vibes of the enemy team on Baron. If you die to 5 people right now, I don't really care. You got Baron.
Yeah. Right.
And keep going. This is the Saskio way right here. Keep going. Don't even look. Don't even look at what's happening. Just keep going. Yep. Keep going. Push.
Lee Sin.
Keep going. You better get this. You better get this tower right here, right now. Don't pop your ult. Don't get panicky. Yep. Keep going. Keep pushing the minions. Yep. Clear minions. Keep going. Yep. Clear this. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. This is how I play League. Click tab. Who's alive? Okay, so 4 people's alive. 3, 4. I think all 4 are still on the map. Can you keep going or no? I don't think you can. You can clear the wave. No, you can't get mid in him. Don't listen to your team. Get the wave, and then run. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. All right, run. Just run now. Run. Get the hell out. Yep. Are they on Baron? If they're on Baron, you should take mid in him. Oh, they are on Baron. No. What are they doing? I'm so confused. I'm being gaslit by our teammates, by the way. I guess they are on Baron. Okay, I guess you take this. And then just commit to it. Dodge this. And then focus on the inhib. Once you get it, once you make him ult, focus on inhib. Okay. You're dead.
Oh, what the? Oh, they kicked me. I was like, what happened?
Okay, I'll be honest. I got gaslit by your teammates. So right there, I was under the impression that the enemy team base, they're all coming for you, right? But in reality, 3 of them were on Baron, and one of them was recalling. So then inhib was the correct play.
Mm-hmm.
Gaslit. Grab a 10. You can sell... No, stop telling me these fuckers. You can sell D-Blade for stopwatch if you want, and you want to go top here.
Stopwatch.
Yep, and head top lane. Move the stopwatch to the correct location that you would normally have it on. 2, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep going.
Okay, still got it.
Yep. I am building the document again. The 8 commandments of League. That's Saskio.
You know, of like the last, I don't know, 15 games or so, this is the worst game I've ever played.
Hey, no problemo, baby. Alright, that's it. Okay. You might have saw that one off a Saskio video because I have done that before. Level your ult. Ward over the wall. Or just run away. Run. Yeah. Alright. Your team got tired of you side laning, so they just came to you. No, I'm just joking. It's because it's the only thing. It's the only lane that's available. Oh, you're griefing. Oh, still works out, but grief position IMO. Oh, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. End the game. Admittedly, I will say this: you got carried, but it happens sometimes, right? You still played side lane pretty well.
Yeah,
You still played
still
side
pressured,
lane well.
so
Yeah, you're still pressured. Look at your level right now. 16.
yeah.
Everyone else is still 14, 13, and admittedly, you played lane terribly. I'll just
Terribly.
yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the live game. We are now doing the VOD review portion, so let's jump into it. Do you have any questions before we go into it?
No. I'm
Alright,
ready to be ripped apart.
I need to share my screen. I completely forgot. I need to do the introduction again of the second part. Oops. I don't like to show DMs. That's why. And I'm showing your DMs, which I'll cut out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VOD review portion of the coaching session. Do you have any questions, brother?
So, how would you approach fighting Echo? What is in your mind? So I'm thinking you dodge the Q, and then you just try to punish if you miss it, if you're not getting aggro from the creep. Is there what else are you looking at when he has his dash attack?
So when it comes to any champion in the game, you already know me. Dodge everything. The
Right.
biggest thing you have to dodge when it comes to Echo is his W. That is rule number one. Because if you get hit by the stun, it's like 2.5. It's a ridiculous number, right? For how long you get stunned if you get hit by the W. So
Mhm.
you have to make sure that you dodge that. And a lot of times for me, I just try to move in a really weird way where it still makes sense to move. So I know the direction Echo wants to go in always, right? So I'm still moving towards that direction so I can still hold my range to hit him. But I'm also moving in a way where it's so weird, it's very likely to dodge the Echo W. The only time that I ever get hit by Echo W is if he also shoots it in the weirdest possible way and out predicts me. That's the only way, right? Aside from that,
Right.
any standard Echo W, I'll never get hit by. So that's
Right.
the first thing. Second thing, when Echo E's, he will latch onto you no matter what. So
Yeah.
that's an L that you must take every single time. Okay, is
Mhm.
his E damage. Now Q1, Q2, you should be able to dodge both very easily. There was a
Mhm.
lot of times in this laning phase where you got hit by both, and sometimes the Q2, which was really odd. It should never happen. So
Mhm.
the timing on when you tumble after he E's, dashes onto you, you have to tumble. You have to tumble immediately and play from there, right? So that
Yeah.
is how you want to fight Echo. Dodges W, dodges Q1, Q2, and essentially it's just me telling you to dodge everything. But that's true, bro. You know what I mean? That's true. There's
Mhm.
nothing else
Yeah.
for me to tell you. It's
No,
just
it's
true.
true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to
I think
Summoner's
there's like a
Rift.
second delay when you're when you're being watched. 'Cause you're second guessing things before you actually
30
process
seconds until
the
minions
movement.
spawn.
No, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. All right. So let's jump into the
First
laning phase
blood.
here. So
Minions have spawned.
wait for it, wait for it. So right here. So right here, this is why I told you in the live game that
Rewarded it. Yeah.
Lee Sin was very likely behind you on red slash Krugs, right? Whatever it is. So he's
Hmm.
probably gonna gank you. With that piece of information, you made a
Yeah.
decision at some point to fight Echo and trade very hard. So it's fine
Hmm.
to fight Echo, and I think I've taught you before, there's a difference between trading and poking. Poking
Right.
is when you hit someone and you do one damage, right? And then
Hmm.
they don't do anything back to you. That's poking someone, right? Trading with
Hmm.
someone is where you hit them and they hit you back once,
Mm.
right? And then there's favorable trades where you get 2 hits on them and they only hit you once back, right? So in this case, it might be auto Q for Vayne, and the Echo might land just Q1. That's it, right? So that's a trade, right? There were terrible trades going on
Hmm.
in the top lane in this scenario against the Echo. There were some poke opportunities, but ultimately the reason why you lost this is because you traded, even though I told you Lee Sin was topside. So then my question
Hmm.
to you would be is why are you trading so aggressively? You should be
Mm.
instead poking aggressively and taking very favorable trades instead. But you took very even trades, which is really bad. Because
Mm.
now it puts you in a position where you are low HP with a split side map. Basically, what a split side map means is the enemy jungler controls this side and this, right? Your
Hmm.
jungler controls this and this. That is called a split side map, right? Because normally
Oh,
the
okay.
way the jungle works is blue jungler controls this, right? Red
Right.
jungler controls this. But now look at the difference. Blue jungler controls this, red jungler controls this. You see how that's split side? So you are being split side right now. Whether Kha'Zix knows it or not, I don't know. Even if Kha'Zix paths up here, it's still split sided because when he
Right.
gets here, there's nothing to farm, right? So right now is a split side map. So when you know you're in a split side map, you have to be very mindful of how much you are trading. So
Hmm.
you should only be in a position where you're poking your opponents. And if they decide to go for a trade, you better make them work for it to the point
Mm.
where you are still getting the favorable trade. Because if Echo jumps onto you early on, and then you dodge his Q1, Q2, and he only landed E, who's winning? Vayne with lethal
Yeah.
tempo, right?
Hmm.
Like 9 times out of 10. So you need to make Echo work for it. He didn't have to work for shit. You just handed your body on a silver platter for him to just slap around on repeat. That's what happened,
Uh,
right?
okay.
And then when you do get ganked, which is fine on split side map, you can outplay it. Why? Because Echo does not exist. Why does he
Hmm.
not exist? He's at 30% HP. Lee Sin comes in. It's a 1v1. you're playing against Lee Sin. You're not playing against Echo. You're just playing against Lee Sin. And then when
Right.
you get Lee Sin low, Echo will finally come in, and then you just kill Echo real quick, right? So
Mhm.
that is what's happening. But you took such a hard trade that you just got demolished. So let's watch what happened. So right here, what happens when you auto from a brush? Weird stuff happens. I always coach this all the time, right? I always teach people, never auto from a brush. Because
Right.
I can't even explain what happens when you auto from a brush, right? That's not an invitation for the comment section to start explaining what happens when you auto from a brush, but weird stuff happens. Look, auto from a brush, weird. And look at this, you hit Echo, but look how the minions can still hit you. It doesn't make sense, right?
Mm.
And they're still on you!
Yeah, it's like I was like, what the heck's going on?
So, rule of thumb, never auto from a brush. Good? Right there, you see? It worked, right? You're doing what
Yeah.
Saskio taught you, is you auto and then you enter the brush, which was good. Nice last hitting. Okay, now, why would you ever rotate down here to try to poke the Echo? You always want to play towards the top side of the lane as
Mhm.
Vayne. Obviously, if
Okay.
someone's gonna get level 2 first, back up, right? No, back
Right.
up, no questions asked. Play from here.
Mhm.
But for the most part, you want to play from here, especially since he's over here in the lane. Obviously, if there's like a Renekton or a Jax hiding in this bush, don't play up here, right? You play over
Right.
here. But it's an Echo who's playing down here. You play up here, right?
Mm.
And the reason why that's good is because A, when you auto Echo, you can use the brushes to reset aggression. B, if Lee Sin decides to gank you, right? He only has access to you at the meetup point, which is another concept I think I coached you on, right? The meetup point is whenever you get ganked, there's always a meetup point. The meetup point will look like this. Lee Sin goes here. You're playing over here, right? You realize, oh, smokes, I'm getting ganked. So you start running here. This is the meetup point. Lee Sin W is here, right there. That's the meetup point. And then from there, you have to mechanically outplay it, right? Whatever you do, whatever you want when you're there. But that is why that position's important. Because if you're playing down here, okay, Lee Sin comes here. Where's the meetup point? Right here. Terrible meetup point, right? Because now you have to run all the way here to get to safety. Whereas if you're here, you can do some quick, simple outplay, and then you're at your turret already. On top of that, when you're positioned here, the Echo has a long distance to chase you down. But if you're over here, Echo just clicks and he's on you. So fast, right? So your positioning is very important. This is very bad for multitude of reasons of standing right here. Let's
Okay.
continue on. So you're level 2. You dodge Q1. This is good. This is fine. So right here, this is a trade that you're going for. This is now decision making in my little thing. Decision making and mechanics and a little bit of zone of influence. But mainly decision making is you're going for a trade like this. Let's continue to play. The problem with this is you're not spacing him very well. There's no way in a million years I would ever let an Echo auto me for fun 3 times in a row, which is essentially what just happened, okay?
Yeah.
He autoed you 3 times for fun because you let him. Because you weren't creating space. Something that's very important is you are playing Vayne. You have ranged advantage on him. Right here, he closes the gap, sure. Right? That's fine. Because of his E. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to create distance away from him. So this auto is fine. But the next thing you need to do is now run. You need to create distance so that he can't just continue. Like if you both stand here and just auto each other to death, sure, you'll still win, but it's the principle, right? But let's say this is Darius and you stand here and auto to death. It won't work, right? So it's the principles of when you're playing against the melee champion, this is not how you trade with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Your decision to trade like this is what got you killed. So right here, I would finish this auto. And the first thing I would immediately do is I would create space away from him. So right here, from the looks of it, this is the space that's available in this fight. Because look at the way you're both positioned, right? If you start running this way, he can stick with you, and he'll be able to auto you the entire time. But if you run this way, he'll have to try to chase you, because it's the most efficient way to create space away from him. However, you'll get stuck right here, which will force you to move upwards.
Yeah, my thinking here was like, okay, I dodged this Q, I'm gonna win no matter what. And so that's why I was trying to stick to him so he couldn't run away. So I think that was my thought, like, hey, I want to make sure he doesn't run away from me because I won this fight. But obviously that didn't happen.
So another concept, remember I showed you that Jax clip I had the other day, where it was the spacing and tethering concept, is you can stick to him, but you don't have to be in melee range of him to stick to him, right? As
Yeah,
long as you
right.
don't let him proc his passive, which gives movement speed, I believe,
Mhm.
he won't be able to escape you. And considering he just uses E, he ain't going nowhere, right? So
Right.
right now, you can stick to him, but create a little bit of distance. Like move over here. If he
Mhm.
starts running this way, obviously you run with him, right, and start autoing him the entire time. If he runs
Right.
towards you, you keep moving. Eventually, you're
Mhm.
forced to turn upwards this way, right? Because
Mhm.
the wall is gonna stop you,
Mhm.
and he might be able to get an auto off on you there. But that is how you want to play out this scenario. So right here, you see
Okay.
that terrible movements. What is this, right? You want nice, clean movements to create space away from him, and then you play
Uh-huh.
the game from there. If he runs, you chase. If he chases towards you, you keep running away, and then you play that game, right? If he turns around, you turn around, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. But then right here, you did this weird movement, and now he's able to auto you again, which doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
And then now you ran this way, but then you're still in range of him. Tumble this way to create space away from him. If he runs
Mhm.
away right when you tumble, then you chase forward, land one auto, and then just run away. Call it a day, okay?
Yeah.
And then you still win the trade. But right now, in this entire sequence, you just let him auto you for free.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the
You
thing:
know.
is you still won the trade, technically, okay? Sure,
Yeah.
you had an HP advantage, but here's the issue: we're split side map,
Mhm.
and this is you could have done everything here, and
Mhm.
maybe got his HP to only like 50%, and you would have been still like 100%. So that if Lee Sin decided to come, you'd still have a massive advantage. But
Yeah.
right now, you traded to the point where you're like what 30% right now. He's 20%. You're losing. This is a losing
Yeah.
scenario for Vayne because this is not how you play Vayne. Fundamentally, you want to. This is another thing I teach people. I'm not sure if I taught it to you, but I always teach
Tethering, right?
people. No, not tethering. I always teach
Hmm.
people as Vayne. If you are 90% HP and a melee champion is 30% HP, okay? And you
Mhm.
decide to fight melee range with them, you will barely go even. If you
Mm.
just stand there and fight to the death. That
Right.
is the law that you want to follow. Now, let's look at the law here. You are 30% HP. He's 20%. According to that law, your ass is
Okay.
losing. Every single time. And you will lose right here. If Echo E's forward, slaps you, Q, lands Q1, flash auto ignite, you're dead. He doesn't even have to land Q2. You're dead.
Mhm. Right.
Because and you can't output the damage fast enough to kill him. You'll auto Q him. He won't die to an auto Q. He'll finish his combo before you even get your third auto, right? So
Mhm.
this is very bad that you put yourself into this position. Not because
Mm.
Lee Sin is playing split side map, but just for the 1v1 on its own. That is the biggest
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. For sure.
And then here's
I
the
don't
funny
even.
thing.
This is the worst part
yeah.
here. Yeah.
The biggest another problem was you got hit by Q1 and Q2. That doesn't make sense, right? So the zone of influence concept, yeah, and on top of that, you just tumble. What was this? You tumbled into a mini
That was
wave,
bad. Yeah.
and then now
I
you
don't even
tanked
know
the
what I was
wave.
doing.
So the biggest blunder was the overall decision to go for this play,
Mhm.
but the fact on how you played it was the bigger issue. Okay,
Mhm.
and then it's just like blunder after blunder. You get hit by Q1, Q2 somehow hits
Mm.
you, and then you tumble in. So yeah, that's all that. And it led to the Lee Sin gank. So
Horrible.
Lee Sin's ganking you. So now we are in this terrible scenario that I love to be in. By the way, I love being in these scenarios. By the way, because
Yeah.
I love creating these crazy outplays that people don't expect. Where I'm like, guys, do I win this? And then I know it's a very disadvantageous situation, right? But then I do some crazy shit to win it. So right here, you need to dodge Lee Sin, E, and Q, okay? Which is all his damage. So, what is the meetup point right now? The meetup point is right here.
Yep.
You have two options on how you can play this, okay? You can play with Lee Sin or you can play with Echo. Both options are fine. So here is what you would do if you played with Echo. Is you would let these minions establish themselves a tiny bit more, okay?
Mhm.
And you would stand right here. And as the minions go past you a bit more, and then Echo goes like this way, and then he turns around, realizing you haven't left the bush yet. You
Mhm.
now stick your head out, okay? You
Mhm.
auto. These minions are long gone, right? They're fighting these guys now. You auto Echo here. You tumble immediately. He E's. You auto. He latches onto you, okay? And then
He
now
doesn't
you...
even have E. Oh, yeah. Does he have E?
Oh, he has it. It's been a long
Oh, he
time.
does.
It's been a long
Okay.
time now. Okay. So again, you let these minions go by. Okay. You stick your head out, auto the echo when he realizes that you haven't left the bush yet. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you tumble right here immediately into the bush with vision. That's fine. Okay.
Mhm.
He E's. You auto again with your tumble auto, right? And then he lashes onto you with ignite. You flash immediately. Okay.
Mm.
Down here to dodge Q1, which comes out here. Auto him again. Space a little bit more. Auto him again. He's dead. And he might actually even run away in that time, and even maybe flash away. You'll have to run him down with Ghost. Kill him, and then find a way to deal with Lee Sin after that. That's their problem later. That's the first way to play the scenario. Is you pull a reverso Uno card. Is you're moving away from the main problem, which is Lee Sin, and you're dealing with another issue, right? Which is Echo. The other option is to play the Lee Sin. How you'd play the Lee Sin is you would run here, and you would hide in this corner right here as Lee Sin's about to do something, whether he ward hops or whatever it is. And then right when there's about to be a meetup play that's going to happen right here, you ghost. You're ghosted right now. You tumble, and then you flash over here. Not over here. You flash over here. And then it depends on how Lee Sin plays it. I don't know how he plays it. He W, ward hops, E's, flash Qs maybe on you after you flash, which means if you flash over here, and then he flashes from here to here, you're gonna have to do some crazy juke. Okay, that it is what it is. And then the Q goes, and then you run away. So both options are perfectly fine. You just have to play. You just have to choose one in the moment. So right here, here's how you played it. You autoed a minion, and then the meetup point is right here. As I always say, there's always a meetup point. And let's see how you play this. So you tank the Lee Sin E, and then you just die, which is fine. That's also an option too. You can just die. So I explained all that, and ultimately you just ended up falling over and dying, right? Which is kind of funny. But that is what would be going through my mind if I'm in that scenario, right? And I do run into those scenarios very often, mostly in side lane, in mid games. Not this early game stuff, because early game stuff, my early game would have been a lot cleaner. I would have taken less damage. And then I would have more leeway to just tank Lee Sin E, right? I'll still try to dodge his Q. I'll tank the Echo E, dodge Q1, Q2 from Echo, and then I'll play from there, and I'll try to turn. So it would have looked a lot different if I was in that scenario. My HP bar is an Echo's HP bar. But yeah, we come back. So yeah, do you have any questions so far? That is purely adapting to your game right there with everything I discussed. So right there, that came down to decision making on more of a micro. It was a macro level, I guess, to trade when Lee Sin was on your side of the map, but it was a micro level for all those little things that you did, right? Not dodging Q1, Q2, going in for the hard trade. Your mechanics was the mechanics was actually fine, but the pairing it up with your understanding of zone of influence didn't make sense, right? Because you didn't create, you know Echo's auto range, right? Everyone knows it. It's like 125 range or something like that, right? 150 range.
Yeah.
You didn't space it. You have like what, 500 range on Vayne or something, some ridiculous number, and you didn't utilize that to your advantage, right? So
For sure.
you have to utilize that in that scenario to make it, to make yourself come out on top. But yeah, that is
If
why.
I utilized it there, though, wouldn't he? I mean, I just figured that he would run away, and then it would just been like a poke instead of a big trade.
Oh sure, let him run away. That's a W. We won the trade. Good job.
I got bloodthirsty, man.
Yeah,
why.
that's how Vayne works. You take all these tiny little victories, tiny little poke victories, one little auto here, one little auto there, one little Q auto here, right? And you see how it adds up, right? It adds up to them getting an HP potion. It adds up to them getting lower, and then now you're sitting at like what, 80% HP. They're sitting at like 40% HP with no potion. You get ganked. Boom! It's a 1v1 against you and the jungler, right? And then eventually, when you chase forward, the 40% HP guy's gonna try to come in. Then you kite him, and then you chase forward. Now there's two low dudes that you're running after, right? And then you just kill them both, or you kill one and then call it a day, right? So I'm very happy, by the way, and I said it in the first session, that you are hungry. You actually want to win the game. I like that. But you need to tune it down so that it makes a lot more sense to how you should be playing Vayne, or how I believe you should be playing Vayne, right? Which is slower than what you're doing. I'm not saying slow. I'm saying slower than what you're trying to do. But to be more calculated, if that makes sense. Calculated aggression. Right there, you had uncalculated aggression, and you just went in. And your mechanics were good in your damage output and all that stuff, but it was just the other tiny little things that you completely neglected. All right. Drank some water there. Now, you have the weird wave state pushing towards them. Non-cannon, cannon. Here's what you do here. You can do a 3-wave crash, non-cannon, cannon, non-cannon. Echo would have to clear some minions for you to make it work. Or what I told you to do is non-cannon, cannon, which works, crash the wave, and then we play from there. You can ego, or you can base, or whatever it is you want to do.
Okay.
So I told you to play some shitty ward, which is good. That was good. Get that on the map because you are going to be forced to engage with Echo, potentially, when you're over here. Because you'll be pushed up and potentially evenly sin. But right now, I'm not afraid for your life at all because you have double sums still. So I'm not afraid. So right here, you go for an aggressive trade onto Echo, which is good. This is actually fine because you out-trade Echo in the long term. Okay? So Echo's in an odd position here where you can run him down. So let's see how you play it out. First things first, you ward the bush, which is good. Second thing, you should auto then E him. It doesn't make sense to just like sometimes yes, you should E right away. I'll reserve the timing for you to figure out when you should just E someone, right? But right now, the reason why you want to auto E is because you want to maximize your damage output. Because in this scenario, we're both full HP, right? Echo and Vayne, you want to maximize damage output. Unless there's a scenario where you must just land E immediately, you have no choice, go for it. But right now, you don't have to land E immediately, okay? You can take a second to land an auto and then figure it out, okay? So that's the first thing. Ward, auto E. Now, right here. That was kind of big balls for me to step your ass into the W. I would have repositioned here and never deal with the W in the first place. Where you have to like tumble like that and then auto, then tumbled. Because you use your tumble to escape Echo W. I would have used my tumble to reset my auto attack. Obviously, you can have big balls and use it for both, where you're dodging a W and using it as an auto reset. But right there, you didn't have a chance to even auto because you had to leave, right? Before you got tagged. And I'll go back so you can see it. So right here. You didn't land that auto. Like, that was an auto right there you lost, right? So far, you lost 2 autos already in this fight. So, I would have used my auto. I would auto here, tumble here, auto, and then play from there. And then right there, I'm maximizing my damage output, which is something that you can do on any champion in the game. To learn the champion very quickly is you weave auto attacks in between all your abilities and maximize your movement, and you'll just start figuring out the champion. But right here, you did not do that. So, you lost a lot of damage. And now you're fighting it in your minion wave. And you're not creating space from him, brother. Look how you are trading 1 for 1. BGB. What happens when you fight a melee champion as Vayne when you're both full HP? Who wins?
They win.
They win.
Or no, you're full HP.
You're full HP and they're full HP and you fight a melee champion in melee range. You're gonna lose, okay?
You're gonna lose.
Unless it might be level 1, then you might win, sure. But right now, it's level 4 and you're tanking a minion wave 2 while you're at it for fun. You're gonna lose, brother. You're going to lose, right? So right here, this is essentially what you did. You fought a melee champion in melee range. I'm not even gonna mention the minions hitting you because that's whatever. It isn't whatever, but we'll put that aside. Just fundamentally speaking, the way you played this scenario is very bad. You didn't create your distance, and you're now just doomed. My biggest advice for Echo matchup is use your Q either for fast damage output or use your Q after he E's and slaps you with an auto. Because you need the Q to create distance. So Echo has one ability to create distance, aside from his ult, right? Aside from his ult, it's his E. And then auto, right? He creates distance on when he's chasing aggressively. So you need to save your ability that creates distance, which is your Q, for after he lands the E. Because he lands the E, right? And then after he lands it, then you Q, not only to dodge his Q1 and Q2, but to create distance so now he can't auto you. Does that make sense? But now in this scenario, you use your Q to just dodge a W, which you should not have stepped in the first place, right?
Right.
And then now you have nothing left. You have what? Flash? But if you flash right now, he'll just walk away, right? And be like, haha, you burned flash, right? If you burn Ghost, same concept, right? So right here, this was poor usage of abilities, and you didn't even like use the abilities properly, right? So that is why it led you into the scenario. And then now that we're this deep down this rabbit hole, I don't even know what to tell you to do because it just seems so doomed.
It's doomed, yeah. Because his attack speed,
because
or I
right
mean,
here,
movement speed kind of threw
yeah,
me off too.
you're like moving in like a weird way, kinda. Like for me,
Hmm.
I'd be moving
Hmm.
straight away from him, right? Because this is another concept I taught someone where if you're playing tag with your friend in real life, okay, let's say, right, and your friend's right here, and you're
Hmm.
standing, right, uh, here, okay, and let's say you're running
Hmm.
here, okay. How is your friend gonna chase you? He's gonna chase you like this, right? Your
Hmm.
friend's not gonna run here to where you were, then chase you, because he'll never catch you, right? So this is the same concept right here, where right here, you are moving in a way where he can still stick onto you no matter what, right? You
Hmm.
want to move in a way where you're moving directly away from him, and potentially, if you have more movement speed than him, you can escape him. So going back to that friend tag example, right? If let's say you have slightly faster movement speed than him, right?
Hmm.
Your objective is to make it to a point where when he's almost about to get you right here, you can just barely slip away. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
that is like this kind of similar concept here. Echo is here. You're here. You want to run straight, okay? Well, it's more so like here and here. You want to run straight, and then you want to make it to a point where you'll eventually like speed past him, if that makes sense, and then create distance somewhere around here. Okay,
Right.
so that's your objective. So, but then in this case, he just ran here. So he just like ran like this, and he just caught you. He caught your
Yeah.
ass. It might not have worked for that scenario, but that's the principle you want to follow. Okay, for every
Yeah.
scenario you're in. And again, back to that Jax clip I showed you, right? That is what I did in that Jax clip, right? Okay. And then all the people who are new watching this are like, what Jax clip? What Jax clip? I might have to pull it up. I'll pull it up. I'll probably show it on after the coaching session. But yeah. Okay, now, what did we mess up? Because we messed up all that, what did we mess up the things that we wanted to do every game? We wanted to leave the wave in a good state. Is this
Hmm.
wave in a good state?
Nope.
So then we should go back to the root problem and look at why that happened. It's because we decided to fight Echo. So either A, in the future, don't fight Echo like that while the wave's pushing
Hmm.
towards him, or B, don't fight like how you did if you decide to take the fight. So personally, I think the fight was fine. The actual decision to chase Echo and fight him into that bush is actually good. It's the execution that was the issue, which goes back to the mechanics
Mm.
and zone of influence, I guess.
Yeah, I was also surprised by how much damage he did without the Q.
Shut down.
And then so I was originally positioning to chase him down, but then that's why that weird U motion happened.
Mhm.
And initially I was like, okay, I'm gonna chase him down, do more damage while he runs away. But then he came in, did way more damage than I thought, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta cancel this decision and start running back.
Yep.
And then yeah, that's what that U shape was. It was just like a change mind.
Mhm.
I'm screwed.
Here's the
Like
funny
what?
thing. Yeah. Let's continue. Here's the funny thing is the wave was actually okay. Echo lost a ton of it. If he had TP
Mhm.
though, he would have caught that shit. But it was okay. But you
Not
can't
bad.
depend on luck, like to bail you out like that every
What
single
do you
time,
mean?
right?
I was planning that, Saskio.
Okay,
I learned
sure.
from your videos, man.
He was planning that from 3 weeks ago. Okay. All right. I'm gonna trade 1-for-1 with Echo here, and then he's gonna lose the big
Mhm.
wave. All right.
I knew.
Now, wave is bouncing back. It's pushing towards us.
Mhm.
So for the most part, since you have no double sums, you want the wave to push towards you. So you want the wave to be here. You're positioned up here so that if you get ganked, you can. The meetup point's over here, which is underneath your turret, which is fine. So this is
Mhm.
good. Don't clear the wave. Avoid trades if possible. Just classic wave management fundamentals right here.
Mhm.
I always teach right here in this scenario, you want to shave the wave as much as possible if you can. And your objective is to try to freeze right here. I call this the golden wave positioning for the next wave that's coming up, if possible. If not possible, that's fine. Just let it crash, right?
Right.
So that is your objective here. So I'm not sure what I told you to do. I don't like what you're doing here. This doesn't make sense. You're moving in
Yeah.
a position to get hit by Echo Qs, and you don't achieve anything by moving up here. Because, look, by standing here, you're in a position where, hypothetically, if Lee Sin moved through this pink ward, he'll get on top of you. Guaranteed, right?
Right.
He'll get on top of you with some kind of WEE. If you run this way, you're running away from the wave towards Riven. It's bad. And if Lee Sin's
Mhm.
coming from here, he now just W's, boom, lands onto you, right? And let's throw all that out the window and assume the jungler isn't here, which he isn't, right? Just
Mhm.
the fact that you're walking up to an Echo alone with a big wave and he's a level up on you and clearly has an advantage, item advantage, right, is a bigger problem for me.
Right.
And the worst problem on top of that is you're getting hit by Q1 for no reason. What? Like, this doesn't make sense, right? There's so many problems here that you're doing. If you want to touch this wave, sure, touch the wave from right here, right? From a position that you can move towards your tower, and it's really easy to dodge Echo Q because they'll be coming from an angle that makes like straight towards you, where it's moving towards the tower, and you have access to the wave, and you have a better chance of escaping the jungler if he does come. So this does not make sense. I don't understand what you're doing here. There's no justification for this. Because there's no minions to last it from this angle. You can't poke Echo without resetting the aggression. You're just gonna get ganked too. So yeah. And then you get slapped by the cannon twice. Which is like a cherry on top of everything I just explained.
So sad.
And then now they're all slapping you, cannon slapping you again, a melee minion's even slapping you. It's just doomed. So then now you lose one refillable potion that you should not have lost. And you're about to see the rippling effects that happen 2 minutes down the line, 3 minutes down the line on your consequences of your actions right there.
Yes, sir.
So, right here, wave crashes, which is fine. If you have a big D, you can do some weird pull here, which is what I think you do, because and then now Echo's forced to walk up again. I told you if you could ego it if you want. You chose not to ego, which is a good choice. Don't ego here, and just ping the ward for 5 gold. Should have lasted the minion. This doesn't make sense. I don't. Okay, you can do this, but why are you getting hit by a Q1? It's 2023, bro. If an Echo throws a Q1 at you, you should not get hit by that stuff. Like, if you're just walking directly towards it. It should have been a tumble, and then now if he E's, autos onto you, which I explained, you want to save your Q for E, right? Then you E him instead, right? That's how you're going to create distance, by depending on your E, which is what I really hate doing on Vayne, depending on your E.
This is my 40-year-old brain working.
Alright. So yeah, right here, you take a trade. As a decision overall, it's bad because it's a big wave pushing towards you. And if they're crashing a big wave and you're low HP, you generally just get dove, right? So from a decision standpoint, I would not take that ego trade with Echo. I would have just played the wave and called it a day. Ping the ward, get 5 gold, and just chill over here.
What do you mean ping the ward? If I just ping it, it gives me gold?
If you ping a ward when the enemy places it, you get 5 gold, yes.
Do I have to do a specific ping or just any ping?
You can just do the vision ping. I personally click G and then I click the ward. But you can do whatever you want. The vision ping is faster, obviously, because it's just instant, right? But I don't have that bound to anything, right? So, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, now, let's see the results of our terrible actions. We are now down 0. We have no refill potions. We're half HP, and we're doomed. We essentially slowly got out sustained. We're tanking mage minions here for fun. I don't know how else to explain it. For fun. And look at our HP. This is one of the worst scenarios to be in, where the wave is in a position where you can't base without losing a plating an entire wave. And you're forced to stay with 40% HP, which does happen sometimes in high elo. It does happen. But right now, this happened because of just terrible decisions. And now there's 2 things are going to happen. 3 things are going to happen, okay? Let me explain. Number 1, you'll die to Echo 1v1 on your own, okay? Because you're going to try to ego something. Number 2, you are going to die to the enemy jungler, who just simply dives you when they crash the wave, or the mid laner. And number 3, the best case scenario for you is you will maybe outplay them. Maybe, from the grace of God, and then be able to base while the wave is pushing towards them in a shitty position for you. That's the best case scenario, which is not even good, right? Not even good. So you need to be careful on what you're doing beforehand, because it's clearly impacting you right now, right? Imagine if you had a bit more refill potions, and then right now you're like 80% HP. What would you do? You would just kill this guy right now.
Right.
Alt Q, go. Outplay the Q1s, Q2, and then use the brushes maybe, and then just try to out DPS them. That's it. With 80% HP. And then before he gets level 6. So you push him off the wave. But yeah, it's doomed here. So right now, here's what's gonna happen. Echo is going to, which did happen. He slowly works your HP down, and yeah, you're forced to outplay here. Okay, Now, this is another one of those scenarios where I love being in. I love these scenarios, okay? Because this is where I get my clips. So I'm in a shitty position, clearly, right here. And they're gonna go for a play. Whenever they stick their head in for a play, that is your opportunity to outplay. So right now, the first thing you did was dodge W. Good job. Okay, good job. Now, the next thing you have to do is right when he slices onto you with his E, you will Alt Q to go invisible to dodge. Try to dodge Q1 and Q2. Okay. From here, you can either fast condemn him into this wall somewhere here, or you can position near his ultimate so he ults to that location. You dodge the damage and then you kill him because he has no cooldowns left. Okay. But then if he does that, you have to make sure you dodge Q2, which is coming back. Okay, because he's gonna Q1. He's gonna Q1 at some point right here. So yeah. So he lashes onto you. He doesn't shoot Q for some odd reason, which is good. You can't fast E him because you won't land it into a wall, right? Unless you big dick shot it over here, which you didn't do, which is fine. So now he finally shoots Q. Now, it's okay to move towards an Echo ult. I always move towards Echo ult, but I'll never get hit by the damage, ever. I will always be very mindful of where it's located and be just slightly out of its range. Right now, you got hit by Q1, which I don't think you should have happened. I think you should have rotated this way because there was no way Echo was just gonna walk naturally out of the tower range. It wasn't gonna happen. He was gonna find a way to ult, right? So I think if you walk this way, you would have dodged Q1, and then you can walk directly towards R and then step away. He's gonna go back, and then you fight him from there. Q1 is shot this way. Q2 is gonna go like this, right?
Right.
And then you're just over here. Then you slap him with autos to death. That's really it. There's nothing left for me to say there. But you got hit by Q1, and then you got hit by ult, which should never happen, right? So simple zone of influence right there, and I guess a bit of a decision making. All right, that was another blunder. Let's continue on. Now let's try to escape the early game. I think we covered everything. This lane's already essentially doomed. You do a 2-wave crash here, which is good. I gave you 2 options, do Krogs or Ego. You chose the Ego option, which is good. You went for the plating. And now you're Egoing. Good. You're beautiful. Right there, that's good League of Legends gameplay right there. Good Vayne gameplay. Good. Terrible, getting hit by Q1. Should never happen like that.
You're gonna create PTSD anytime I see an Echo Q.
And then right there we saw Lee Sin. You don't want to purposely walk up to ego it. You'd more so want to be forced into that scenario where if he does come, okay, now we have to outplay it. Unless if your jungler's literally in this bush, then you can act like an idiot and put yourself on a silver platter and see what they do. But right now, I don't think it's good because if they do go for it, I think you're just gonna die right away. That's it. It's just W flash alt Lee Sin, and if you don't like go invisible fast enough, you're dead. Okay, so right now, I don't know why he ever did this ever. This doesn't make sense. Okay, so now for future hindsight, I didn't see how low HP they were because you didn't pan onto them fast enough. So right here, you would just sit here. You don't deal with any of that, whatever's going on. You just sit here, okay? That's the first thing.
Right.
The second thing is if you're going to ego here, which is a bad decision, I'll say it up front. It is a bad decision to ego here because we have a wave pushing towards us, okay?
Yep.
But if we're going to ego here and go down your rabbit hole that you put yourself in, let's try to break down what I would do here. Okay, so they're half HP and we have a Malzahar that does have ultimate on the other side. Lee Sin has not popped ult. I would assume Ribbon popped ult, but she didn't, surprisingly. So this is just doomed. So right now, you've wasted your invisibility. We'll start with that, okay? You didn't use it to achieve anything. You want to use your invisibility to either bait the enemy team to throw like Lee Sin Q, maybe an E, maybe a Ribbon QW or something, or EQ, right? You achieve nothing. So that's the first thing. But here's the thing is you didn't get punished for it. You didn't get punished for using Q in that shitty way. Now, you went forward and you dodged Lee Sin Q with pure ego, okay? Good job. Now, let's see how you're supposed to play this next scenario out. Oh!
I was going towards Malzahar.
How did he get that one? You were invisible. Oh, rip. I see. Okay. Rip. Okay, next. You need to move in a way where you're playing tag with your friend. Remember?
Right.
Right here, look at this. Instead, you see this is way better. Right? So you
Yeah.
need to now right now you need to play tag properly against Riven. You didn't play tag properly. If you got tagged by the Echo E auto here, you still would have been fine if you went this way. This would now allow Malzahar to move in, get an angle on someone right here, and you play from here and auto. Next thing is you need to pop your refill potion, right when you take any amount of damage. But right here, Riven catches up to you, and you're dead. If you flash here, you can still win, but the fact that you have to flash just a simple Riven Q3 means you probably messed up. Your flash should instead been used for something else. And then yeah, you just die. Goodbye. So, TLDR, terrible position to put yourself in to go for an outplay there. And then even if you decide to go for the outplay, you still didn't play properly. And why do I break down all those tiny little details? Because you need those tiny little details to win those scenarios, right? Because when you are put into it, you need to understand what you have to do to win it.
Right. But that was a pretty nice Lee Sin Q dodge.
That was, yes, that was.
I gotta get something from that.
Alright, so we one-wave crash. And then I was like, go, hit the tower, go. And then now go ward. Good job. Probably go sneak in a ward real quick, break this, break that. Could have been a bit more efficient with how you did it, that's fine. And then now go back top, catch wave, and now you have a ward set up deep. And right here I said, do not trade! And here's the reason why. Is because they have a big minion wave coming in, and you don't want to trade because you can't trade for long. And Vayne generally tends to want to trade a bit longer, but you can't trade for long because the minion wave's coming in. So this is very bad that you took this to the face.
Yeah.
You took E and Q1. Tank just the E at least, bro. Dodge the Q1, man.
Yeah.
I hear Herald's fine. Oh my god. There's nothing for me to say
So
there.
painful.
Yeah, there's nothing for me to say.
Yeah, that hurts.
You get hit by Q1. And right here. Not yet. Not that. Imagine if I just played that on repeat over and over again. For fun. But yeah.
No, please.
Okay, so right here. Don't get hit by Q1. That's the first thing. You got hit by Q2. No.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay, now, here's the thing. Is the reason why you don't condemn here is because if you condemn, you cannot auto him anymore. Spacing and tethering, right? It's essentially the same thing as if someone's chasing you and then you keep running and then they run away, but you keep running away, right? That's pretty much what's happening here. You need to tank this, create a little bit of distance this way, sure, and then now run down the echo a little bit. Does that make sense? Until his ult reaches a point where you're not comfortable anymore, and then you run. Or if you have a big balls, right? You can play on the outskirts of. You can go inside the ult on purpose, but then Q, right when you think he would ult, and if he does ult, then boom, you escape it, and now you run him down, right?
Gotcha.
If he doesn't ult, then you just farm the minions, call it a day, right? So you always put yourself in a win-win scenario no matter what. But by condemning him right here, you are using the only ability that you can push him away with, and you can't even auto him anymore, right? So right here, you just want to tank that, create a bit of distance, auto him, run him down. Once the ult's here, tumble out right when you think he's going to ult to turn on you, which he will probably do it, and then run him down after. And then from there, the next rotation of abilities will be E plus Q again, right? He's going to run a little bit, you'll chase him, he's going to now E, and then he's going to swipe onto you, and you'll have to dodge his Q1. If you dodge the Q1, Q2, and you just tank the E, you'll kill him.
Yeah.
By autoing him like 16 times in a row or some shit, yeah, you'll kill him. Trust me. Especially if you're popping refill potion.
Yeah, I realize now, after this matchup, like how important his autos are. I mean, his move speed that he gets, the damage, all of it. So, yeah, definitely the next time I'll be much more careful about spacing better.
Yep. Okay, so let's talk about mid game. So mid game, in this game, we fortunately, by the grace of God, got teammates who actually won 4v5s especially. So we took advantage of that, and some games, I even do that too in Challenger, and even sometimes when I'm smurfing, I'll just have winning lanes. I just kept pushing. That's all I told you to do. I just told you to keep going, right? Just keep going. Keep pushing, and don't look at what's happening.
Right.
But we ran into some ego scenarios, which is what I wanted to cover.
Okay.
So right here is the first ego scenario, but this is a very calculated ego scenario because we have Fork, Berserkers, double, sums. Okay, so let's see how I would play this. So this is good. This is how I play this. Yep. This is good. Yep. You need to be moving downwards
Right.
because you know that Echo came from there, which means its ult is going to be over there, right? So you need to move there. So using 20/20 vision right here of how Echo works, and you should already know how Echo works, but using 20/20 vision for next time, you need to move towards the location he's gonna ult back to. Okay,
Right.
that's the only difference. Because all this is good. The condemn, everything good. I would have moved this way already, but make
Right.
sure as his ult is swinging by, if you're moving this way, you're moving away from the ult. Fly back. Okay, so that's the only change I would make here. And here's the next problem. You didn't ghost. Ever. You never ghosted until it was a dog shit position. Right now you'd ghost. And you would start moving this way. Right now.
Okay.
Yep. Here's my biggest advice for egoing scenarios that are disadvantageous. And right now it's disadvantageous because Echo is clearly ahead of you, right? In kills, tower, all that stuff. Just pop your sums. And secure what is in front of you, and then deal with the consequences of not having sums later. Okay. So
okay, that makes sense.
it's like the Korean style. Just pop sums immediately, ask questions later. But obviously, don't be dumb about it. Right now, you're very calculated. Just pop the ghosts. Try to go for a kill. If you really have to pop a flash, like let's say he ults over here, and then he flashes or E's over the wall, then you'd flash over the wall, kill him, right? And then blast plan back over, or run all the way around, try to escape, or fight to the lace into death, or just die. I don't know, right? But pop sums immediately, ask questions later. So yeah, your ghost should have been popped. I don't know why. I thought you had it on, actually. That's why I was like, oh, you're fine. You can run him down, right? But you didn't. Right when I heard the ghost here, I knew you were doomed. And then now you're dead.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Sit down. So, that is a lesson in egoing on side lane. Pop sums. Immediately ask questions later. Yes.
Okay.
Let me reword that. Pop ghost immediately. Ask questions later. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then be very calculated with your flash.
Okay.
Okay, so now you ward behind you because there was a bunch of action that just happened, and now you're AFK, which is fine. Let them push. This is all good stuff. They're fighting mid. I told you don't look. Just keep going top. This is good. If your teammates lose here, you just keep going top. You lose inhibitor there, and then you get one tier 1 top turret, which is fine. That's what I would do. So we keep going, and then I told you to base, which is good, and I told you to go bot here. Opposite side objective. It's everything I preach in my educational games, okay? On repeat. Opposite side objective. Right here, they're fighting. You can rotate to it if you want, but it seems like they're winning, so I told you just keep going. And notice how slowly your EXP and gold will surpass Echo. You're at 7k right now to 2. You're down 2k right now. Right now is this is decision making mid-game macro. So right here, a lot of noob veins right now, right? Let me show you right here. A lot of newbie veins would hit this tower, okay? They will die. Or just even top laners in general. They will then type to their team, hey guys, 5 people is on me. Why aren't you guys doing anything? Okay? And if you ever type that, you or anyone else who's watching in the YouTube comments right now, ever type that when their teammates are in this position right now, you are at fault. If 4 people is standing on Baron right now and it's up, and they didn't take the Baron, you can type that. You have the right to, okay? But if that is not the case, you have 0 right to. So right now, this is decision making on a macro level. Do I stay or do I leave? Right now, you don't need vision to know they're coming. You know they're coming, right? So even I told you, run, brother, they're coming, right? So you ran away, good job. So you might be asking, Saskio, what do I do here? Well, you have multiple options. You can pop a quick ward right here. If you don't think they're going to commit, you can take Krugs. You can check the try for a pink ward, which is what I told you to do, right? You don't want to waste time. You can do Scuttle Crab, come back to the wave. You can maybe do Grom, come back to the wave. You can base if you want, if you have an item. Or just AFK in this bush, right? Those are all fine options. I told you to go ward the try, which is good. You wanted to try. You head back bot. You didn't have to wait that long because you already saw multiple people mid. Okay? So then you can just walk up to the wave and deal with the wave faster. Okay?
Yeah, I was hoping Echo would push up so I can ambush him. Right there.
You can. He wasn't walking up. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're halfway pushing through the wave. No, Malzahar is currently pressuring, which is not bad, but he's clearly going to get collapsed on. The next wave we have to depend on is this mid lane to push. You're getting collapsed on. You have two options here: run and be a bitch, or ego. You chose ego, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I like this. Okay, it's calculated. Why you have ghost and you have flash in 10 seconds. Okay, you have refill potion and you have Bork. Now you just have to play the ego properly. Here's how I would do this. The first thing I would do is I would make sure that the fight is not in the jungle. I don't want to deal with a position where they're running into this bush and I'm losing vision. Okay?
Right.
Sure, there's a ward here, but they could do some tricky stuff where they're jumping over walls. Like, you don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? So the first thing that we need to establish is we want the fight to be right here. Okay? The second thing we want to do is we want to ping the crap out of the Shen. Yo! I'm about to fight. Okay? If you don't have a Shen, don't ping. Focus on the fight, right? But since you do have a Shen, use that resource. Does that make sense? Okay? The resource is there. He has the ult. Okay? Now, we want to pull the fight over here. So, here's what you want to do. You do not want to stand here. Why? Because right now, you don't want to play tag with your friend in a disadvantageous scenario. Bad. You want to play tag right here. You want to be standing right here. And does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's chasing after you, but he's coming from directly behind you. So assuming you guys are both the same speed, he'll never catch up to you. Does that make sense?
Right.
He'll only catch up to you if he's actually faster than you, IRL. So, right here, you should be positioned over here. If they walk away, just walk away. Fuck you then, Ribbon. You know what I mean? Sure, just walk away. If you fight me, sure, I'll take the fight. Every single time, right? So, you started the fight in a bad position. That's the first part, okay? Because now when you play tag with your friend, you're going to want to run this way, but then he is going to catch up to you. You want to make the position in a way where he's coming from directly behind you. And then obviously, like, sure, you'll run out of space right here, right? Sure. But then at some point, you're going to do some, like, light turns. You know what I mean? Some light turns where it's not like a sharp turn, but, like, kind of like a nice smooth turn, right? Away from him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bad positioning to start. You went for the E. Unlucky, by the way. Didn't pop your fill potion right here. Took you a second. It's still going okay, actually. It's still going okay. Flash. Too slow. You like flash? You're like one of those dudes who flash after everything happens to them. It's like Aggregus walks into your lane. He E's so far away from you. Then he pops flash, lands everything. Enemy top lane lands everything. Then you flashed. When you could have flashed right when you see the echo, the Gragas Eing, and then you flash right there, right? But then instead you wait until everything lands. So admittedly, anything after the terrible positioning in the first part was kind of doomed. I'm not gonna lie. Even if you flashed when I told you, you probably still would have died. It was just the initial positioning.
Yeah, I was hoping to come down right to the wall to the left.
Oh yeah, that was actually a good attempt, by the way. Like, I don't blame you on that one. That was good. If you flash right away, would Echo latch onto that flash? That's the problem right there. You've seen it before, right? Where he latches onto a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably would have.
It just seemed like a Doom scenario because you tank too many ribbon abilities before Echo gets onto you. If you dodge more ribbon abilities and then flash after Echo E's, like, because a lot of times when Echo E's, you want to tank it, right? You don't want to deal with the scenario where he lashes onto you. Then you use your escaping abilities like Tumble or Flash. That's how you want to do it, right? But because you stalled for so long, Ribbon was able to land more abilities, meaning that your Flash had to have been delayed really long with the Echo, which means he's already took too much damage.
Yeah. Well, the reason I stood in that little corner was to kind of bait him towards that area so I can condemn or go right and then condemn him.
Yeah, okay.
But then he just flashed on me right away.
That is the thought process. It's the wrong thought process.
The wrong one now.
You want to create that
Play
tag
safer.
game. That tag game and have them running directly towards you, behind you, and then you play from there.
Yeah.
Alright, now side laning stuff. As per usual, you can push wave past halfway point. This is the halfway point right here, which is what you're doing. You're pushing. And then you can rotate to create a numbers advantage play. Because when you push this wave, someone on the other team reacts to the wave, right? So then you rotate and then you make a play. In this scenario, I said just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going, brother. Don't look at what's happening. Okay, this ward is terrible. I don't know why people do this thing where they have it's called the insecurity ward, where they ward for no reason. Like if someone's in there, they would have killed you by then, right? Instead, what you should do is rotate here, pop one over here, and then attack. The reason why you want to pop one over here is because you want to see if Tristana goes from here to here to kill you, or if someone's coming in to kill you. If obviously if anyone blast plants from here to here, you're probably gonna die, or you'll reach a point where they'll have a meetup point with you right here. But yeah, you need a ward over that wall right here. So this ward's terrible. The insecurity ward. And what is this?
I was like,
here,
you wanted me to ward there. I was like, wait, over this wall?
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
over this wall right here.
You said over the wall, so I was like, okay, over this one.
But yeah,
that's kind of weird. Hey, man, I'm a 40-year-old brain, remember?
Yeah. And then I told you right here, Tristana's gonna jump on you. That's why we wanted the ward over the wall, right? But here's the thing: we still see Tristana. This is still winning scenario. Here's what you need to do. Okay. What you need to do here is you need to Alt Q right as he's jumping, and I would do it. You can Alt Q honestly wherever you want. I would probably do it in a way where I don't get hit by the W. So I'd probably play around here, Alt Q into here, and then fight the Tristana. Maybe you can shoot your E if you want, and then move into the brush for an auto to try to dodge a Tristana auto, right? Because she has no vision of it. And then you play from there. Just try to DPS her from there.
I remember I wasted my Q on the W or E on this one.
First problem that you ran into was you didn't auto the Tristana one time. You just tumbled immediately. That's the first issue. So you're losing damage right now. This is just mechanics now. Second of all, you tumble towards the turret, which means if she pushes towards the turret, you can't auto her back underneath the turret. Whoa, how does she have vision of you? Is that how it works?
I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird when I saw that. But here's the thing: is you still could have won it. Let's keep going. Okay, auto. You didn't auto Q again. You immediately queued, so you've lost like 2 autos already. And then right here, you're not autoing. You're moving. What is this? I'm not sure if you're trying to do invisible movement, right? Where you're staying invisible on purpose. I don't know if you're trying to do that. But
yeah, I was trying to.
Okay, but you're just losing so much damage right now. This is a scenario where I don't think you need to do that. You just need to put pure DPS output. Because positioning isn't important in this fight. It is not. It's important in a fight against Echo or Riven, right? Or multiple people. But against Tristana, where we're just gonna, right here, ultimately to best describe this fight is we're both standing here and having a dick measuring contest. That's the best way for me to describe this. Does that make sense? So essentially, you're standing there auto attacking each other to that. So right now, that's what you need to do. You need to output DPS as fast as you possibly can. The only time you play that invisibility game is maybe if you're playing with a brush. Okay, maybe. Where Tristana does not have vision. Terrible E. You should have just continued autoing Tristana. And then when you see Tristana is going to run away because you have the Shadow, you go forward. God bless our Shen. Okay, right here. I'm the type of guy that would stay here and try to hit this turret while they deal. Well, I'm using Shen's HP as a resource. You'd probably just die here, Echo, to be honest, if you stayed.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Oh, what happens if you go now, though, to the wave? I think Echo would still just turn on you, maybe. What happens if you go now, though? What if you're on the wave right now? Sure, they're above you, but you're getting the tower for free. I don't know. That's just how my mind works. Is I'm trying to break down what you can maximize there. I probably would have tried staying, but if you want a basis line, you join a fight here. Very simple stuff. This is good. You rotate to the fight, and then you move bot lane after. If you walk straight bot lane here, that doesn't make sense because why are you walking past the fight, right? That is happening. So that was good. You rotate bot. Good macro. Good. Hit turret. Good. Push, and then we run. So right here, you cannot fight 5 people. Type in your tier team. Why aren't you guys doing anything when you die? Because they aren't in position to do anything. So you should run. Good job. Now you may die to 5 people. Does that make sense?
Yep.
They are now in position to do something. If 5 people are in this bush, fight those 5 people, brother. And in the meantime, try to take down 1. If not, try to take down 5. So right now, what does the enemy team have? What are the 2 options? You break it down to me.
Either they go back to fight Baron and leave one person to try to defend, and then,
Which you'll
or
kill
they
that
come
one
and deal
person,
with
right?
me.
Or they
Yep.
send multiple to deal with you. Yes. Good job. That is the Saskio way. And right now, the enemy team chooses to commit to Baron. Here's the funny thing, it's not even a 5v4, it's a 4v4. The Lee Sin isn't even there, right? So it's actually, yeah. Anyways, you keep going. I told you to close your eyes and just keep going bot, which is the Saskio way. If your team loses and loses Baron, that's fine. You take the inhibitor. If your team wins 45, you win the game. Game's over, right? Yep, keep going. Okay, so right here, I will admit, this is my mistake right here. I told you to run. And here's the reason why. I thought they all based. But in reality, they actually all went for Baron. So this is my mistake. I'll admit it. You should have went for mid. Sorry.
Everyone's like pinging me.
Yeah. You should have committed, to be honest, and just took the inhibit, died. Pop the alt Q this way, and then just full commit. Just die over there. Yeah.
Okay.
You can try to fight your way out of it after, sure, but you're dead.
Yeah.
Because I stalled too much time making you run away, like clearing the wave, running away, and then turning back on the inhib, right? Too much time. That Lee Sin was able to spawn. And yeah, he should not have ulted. He should have let you die. Called it a day. You should not burn any summons. Burn the ghost, sure, if you do have it, and then just try to fight your way out of it.
Okay.
We get carried here. You go top lane. Why do we go top lane? Because bots is pushing with supers, and it seems like the next objective would be dragon anyways, which is 130. But more importantly, bot has supers, right? Why would we double up our pressure, right? With Vayne plus supers, when we can leave supers alone and have Vayne top lane. So you go top here, which is good. You can swing by the red if you want. It's up to you if you want to slow down the tempo of you pushing. But we go top here, and then we send the game. There's nothing left to talk about here. I saw this Saskio movement right here. Oh, just out of the Karma W for a second. I think you should have done it a little bit sooner. But you did it later. So right here, Karma W. I would have done it immediately right here. Boom, out, back in. You went forward, then realized, oh shit, and then you left, then you went back in, right? You took a little extra second. Because right now, you want to break the tether immediately, then you can run them down. You don't want to output just a couple little autos, and then break the tether, then run them down. You want to break it right then and there. Unless you're going to tank the tether on purpose, because you know that if you space backwards, you'll never actually catch up again. Then sure, continue chasing forward, tank the tether. I'll put as much damage as you can for your boys, and then see what happens.
Okay, nice.
I'm surprised you tumbled backwards instead of continuing to go forward. Right now, I would have warded over the wall. You have 2 wards.
Yeah, I think that Echo stun kind of freaked me out.
Yep. So that is everything, and I talked about it through these things, right? It was decision making, a lot of mechanics. Your mechanics are actually not bad. Again, I keep saying it because they're actually not that bad. Zone of Influence seemed to have been your biggest struggle this game because you got hit by the most random things ever that you should not get hit by. And what do we want to do every single game? We want to dodge every ability possible, right?
Yes,
there were so many abilities that we could have dodged, right? I understand some abilities you can't dodge. Like I said, Echo E, you can't dodge it, right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Tristana autos, you can't dodge it, right? But there were just so many things that if you cleaned up, the game would have just looked differently. The game would have been a stomp if you just won lane. Because all 4 other lanes won, right? If you beat the Echo, which you clearly easily could have, right? In multiple scenarios, the game would have been over in like a second. But yeah, do you have any questions about anything I've discussed? Essentially, everything I taught you day 1, I just now taught you it again, but I catered it to the games that you're playing now, right? So now I'm adapting.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. And if you also want coaching, reach out to me on Discord. I got you.